Cities Tech Minds lend a helping hand to battle COVID-19. Cities Techie comes up with social distancing solution. The app helps cops to monitor social distancing in densely populated areas. The app will also help monitor density of population in real time. Social distancing app will also identify violators. My colleague Prajwal Prasad, in fact, caught up with the person who developed the app. To take a listen.
At a time when India is going ahead and battling the deadly COVID-19 virus over here, we're also having many software startups, companies coming along with many solutions to go ahead and battle this deadly disease. We also have one of the companies which has come up with an app to maintain social distancing. We have the co-founder as well, Mr. Apurva Ankad. Let's go across and speak to him. First and foremost, hats off to all of you because you're trying to implement technology as well to go ahead and battle the COVID-19, and this is definitely important. So what is this app all about, and how will this help people to maintain social distancing? And at the same point of time, how will it help the law enforcement authorities to make sure that there will be no sort of untoward incident as well?
Right. So first of all, let me just clarify this. This is not an app because when people hear this word app, they usually associate that to a mobile app. But it's not an app, but a solution. Okay. So this solution is targeted for to be integrated with the existing CCTV cameras. Okay. Right? So the Bangalore police has around 700 odd CCTV cameras, I believe. So this solution can be integrated with these CCTV cameras. And what this app does is something like it would take these feeds, and these feeds would have different orientation. Okay. And we try to correct those orientation and try to measure the distance between people. Before distance, first of all, the challenge is identifying people. So we identify people in that feed and then identify the distance between them. Okay. If that distance is not maintained, the social distancing, that criteria is not maintained, it can raise an alarm in two ways. One is it can show it on the screen itself for the authorities to view. Another is this information can go back to a speaker, smart speaker, which is connected in the place where the camera is fitted. And over there, we can send targeted messages or alerts in regional languages. And that's exactly what we are trying to do it. And it's more of a deterrent system where people would feel, yes, there is somebody who is monitoring it and who is sending some messages. That would really be very effective.
Amazing. Also now going ahead and looking at this entire topography of this particular area. So we are getting feed from one of the signal per se, and now we are seeing green dots as well as red dots over there, and we are also seeing some dots over here along with parallel distancing. So what is this all about, and could you just explain this in detail?
So basically this is kind of feed. One of the feeds has a different angle and orientation, height. And if you see this, the view is pretty far. Right? Okay. Even in this far distance, first and foremost is we identify people in this. Right? We use AI, precisely deep learning techniques for identifying people in this scene, which is pretty complex. Okay. Once you identify that, then the next thing comes up is measurement of the distance between people. Correct. And that's very difficult because people who are near would look bigger, people who are far would look smaller. Correct. And the distance also has to be calibrated appropriately. Correct. For that, we convert the scene to a top view scene. Okay. Right? Okay. That's important. Okay. When we see, assume you put a camera on the top, on your head, then the distance measurement becomes very, easy, and it would be uniform. Correct. So we convert this view to a top view. Once you convert this to a top view, then the distance gets calculated. Okay. And this calibration of the distance has to be done for every camera because the location of the camera, height of the camera and the distance varies with each camera. Okay. So once we do that, these red dots are indicators of who are not maintaining the social distance. Okay. And the green dots are indications that they are safe. Okay. Based on this, one is somebody can view this sitting in the control room. Second is this information we are planning to feed it to a smart speaker which is connected very near to the camera on the site. Okay. So such that we can give targeted messages in regional languages. Wonderful. You can see here some, I would say as a demonstration, some of these messages. These are targeted regional languages. And these messages again can be very much targeted for every signal. Okay. for every store or for a street, saying that you have a, say, milk booth over here. We can make it very specific like this, which can be a deterrent system.
Also now going ahead and looking at it, we also have timestamps over here. We have location, city, ward. We have violators count also. So how does that work? Does it change from minute to minute, and could it also be recorded?
Yes. Everything can be recorded. The speed of this currently on a normal PC, it runs at every 1 second. Right? And 1 second is a very, say, good time for it. When we run it on a cloud, it is much more faster. Right? If the need arises, we can run it at a much more higher speed, and this everything can be recorded. Right from, say, the timestamp to the violators count, and we can get an analytics out of it.
Wonderful.
Right? Which can be used for as a post-mortem for further analytics, and then taking countermeasures across the city.
Okay. Have you tried now approaching the government or else even our cops as well, because they would be the most interested in taking this technology from you, and we also understand that this is a part of your CSR initiative as well. So did you try approaching any of them?
Yes. First and foremost, this is a CSR initiative from our company, and we are planning to give it free for public usage. And in this regard, we have contacted Bangalore City Police, and I really appreciate them. They have taken a good say interest in this, and some of the DSPs they have really found it very interesting, and likely this week or next week, I think we could go integrating it and going live on it.
Thank you, sir. So clearly going ahead and just once again taking a look at this, this is just a screen grab from MS Palya signal in Yelahanka, and you can also go ahead and notice the number of people over here as well as the traffic too, including the density of population, and depending on that, you can clearly look at it that there are green marks over here as well, and there are red as well, meaning to say that social distancing is not being maintained. And after this, you can also see the number of violators count too, saying that 4. So 4 people have violated, and it changes from second to second. So that is something which is very important, because this also gives information in real time too, and for the better understanding of the authorities as well over there at the control room, because there will be so many feeds coming in, you will also be having clearly the ward, the name of the ward, the location, as well as the timestamp, exactly at what moment this happened as well. And apart from that, this is the entire 360 view, or else this is the top view, as they were clearly saying, because this is very important to be going ahead and calibrating it according to the necessities and needs of each of these cameras in these localities as well. So going by and looking at it, this is definitely a wonderful application over there, and you know, the Bengaluru IT firms, the startups, and many other companies who are coming in and contributing in their own little way to make sure that India battles COVID-19, and Bengaluru being the tech capital and coming up with such innovative strategies will definitely go ahead and up India's game in going and battling this deadly disease. With camera person Gurucharan Singh, Prajwal Prasad reporting for News 9, Bengaluru.